Hi, you guys, what is up? It's your main man, Mr. Eurovision 1986, back with another Eurovision live stream. Live streaming on two platforms today. Again, I'm live streaming on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, Mr. Eurovision 1986. If you want to join me on there, you can do. Or I am live on my TikTok page. I think you can find me at Mr. Eurovision 1986 on there. It's been a long time since I've set anything, but yeah. Hi all. If you're new to my channel, hello. If you're coming back to my channel, hello again. Hello as well. And if you're new to my channel, or are coming back to my channel and have not yet subscribed, especially on YouTube, don't forget to give the video a big massive thumbs up. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube. Just click the subscribe button and click the bell notification button to be notified whenever I go live upon that channel of mine. So, yeah, today I'm going to be giving you my ranking, my top 30 set, my ranking from 37 to number 1 for Eurovision 2025 as of right now. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to get the likes in. Love you all. So, without further ado, let's get into this video. Get into this live stream, I should say. So, this year at number 37, I have Slovenia. No disrespect to Slovenia by putting an ass. I know the song is very personal to Clement, but it just, for some reason, I am not feeling the song. It just is not. It just don't connect at all. Does not connect with me at all. So, unfortunately, for that reason, Slovenia, this year you are my number 37. Right. Now we come up to my number 36 for this year. My number 36 this year, unfortunately, it's you, Iceland. Whilst I was, unfortunately, if I was, as a fan of the song, I would rate it a lot higher. A lot. But unfortunately, it's the live vocal that is really putting me off rating you higher than where I've got you. I keep the song is stuck in my head, but it's catchy. It will have a fan base. It could be the Jedward syndrome all over again with Iceland this year, but I just somehow don't think that this is going to do any good. So, unfortunately, that is my reason why Iceland are my number 36. My number 35 is going to surprise a lot of people, and my number 35 is Finland. Reason being for Finland, I've said it once, I'll say it again. Say it once, I'll say it again. It was absolutely. The lyrics just. It's supposed to be. Eurovision is supposed to be a family show, and basically, this is a contest. This song is basically about, if you read the English translation of it, it's basically about orgasms and sex, and I'm like, whoa, hang on a minute, this is a family show. You sense You sent us a certain other song, which we'll come to much later, a bit later on in this live stream from this year's contest, and yet you're allowing this a song about orgasms and sex and stuff. I just go if just I would if you aren't finished, I would go. I mean Eurovision World is where I found found the English what the English translation of it is. It might not be totally accurate, but go and read it up and you tell me whether you think that lyrics like that should be in what they're trying to basically keep as a family show now. Don't get me wrong, song's really catchy, but and it pains me to say it will make the final. Pains me to say it will make the final, but I, I just can't get I just can't get over the fact that a song about basically orgasms and sex and stuff is being allowed to be performed on the Eurovision stage. It's just maybe it's my age, maybe I'm being a bit cynical, but I don't know. But yeah, number 35, Portugal. That's about Finland. I've just bought who my number 34 is. Sorry. So at 34 this year, I have Portugal. Now, now Portugal. It looks like the Portuguese song may have some sort of a fan base, but for me, it just doesn't grab me. It just doesn't. I think the jury went totally against what the public wanted because the public vote winner didn't even get a single vote, didn't even get in the top, didn't even get the top 10 of the jury, and that was that. I think it was a rock song. It and I think if that had been selected, if they'd have given it, if they'd given that points and not gone the route to try to keep very traditional because Poland have always gone sort of down the quite traditional pop and ballady, folky type songs that they've never really taken a risk. So for me, I think they should have taken the risk. This song is good. I don't get me wrong. Just because it's this low down doesn't mean it's not a good song. It won its national final. But anyway, yeah, my number 34, Portugal. Now coming in at number 33 this year, for me, unfortunately, it's Italy. Personally, I think this will do well. I think it has its fan base, but compared to the last sort of 10 years or so with with Italy, for me, this is their weakest song that they've sent. I I just find it stays on one level and really goes nowhere for me. So, unfortunately, this is why I have Italy down as my number 33 on the on my list this year. And that's no disrespect to it. It just doesn't resonate with me. And then we come to my number 32 this year, which is Georgia. Now, Georgia, you've got a good voice, but there's something just doesn't. The song, the song in general, just doesn't gel. It doesn't click anywhere. for me. That's that's basically what it is. It just does not. It doesn't resonate with me. I think that's general consensus of a lot of Eurovision fans this year. And after having such a good song last year, it's a real shame that it's a real shame that Italy, that Georgia is sending a song like this. Good singer, but I don't think it's going to grab the public's attention enough to vote her through to the final. Unfortunately, guys. So that's my number 32. Then my number 31 this year, and feel I feel bad for them again. It's Azerbaijan. I'm I just think it's one of your it's a bog standard radio friendly pop song. Um, we know full well now in the history of Eurovision, radio friendly pop songs now in this day and age don't do well at Eurovision. You have to be different. You have to be. You have to stand out. You have to be unique. You have to be something we've never heard before. It's a whole package. It's not just a song competition anymore. Although it's catchy. I'll be honest. I don't. I think I'll be honest. I just don't connect with it. It's not. It's not one of my go-to songs this year. Henceforth, why I have it as my number 31. And it's a shame. It's a shame for Azerbaijan because I know what they're capable of. I know. I know how good in the past they've been at Eurovision. They've sent some really good songs in the past, but recently, recently, since they've been sending all male acts to Eurovision, apart from Nadia, made the final but didn't do much of note. Since then, it's like, yeah, it is what it is. Yeah. So, hi, Ellie, mate. I'm good. We are currently running through my top 37 for Europe 2025 songs for Eurovision this year. So we had that. We've just had my number 31 and now my number 30. Unfortunately, this year it's Serbia. Now, Serbia. I mean, it's a typical Balkan ballad of yesteryear, which, yeah, they when done right, they're good. I do like this one, but the thing is, it's a strong year. It's a strong year. I do like it, but it just seems to just get lost in the mix for me. It's not one of those I instantly go to at all. But I think its running order in its semi-final has give it as least a decent shot, at least a shot at qualifying for the final. But I mean, I wouldn't be surprised either way if this made the final or Serbia made the final or they didn't this year. It's not one of the songs that's grabbed me this year. So yeah, that's my opinions on Serbia. Then we come to my number 29, which is Montenegro. Montenegro back in the competition this year after I believe it's a cup after I believe for the first time since 2022. Yeah, first time since 2022. one of the first songs revealed this year. We had the controversy. We had the controversy this year with it with the winner of their with the winner basically with the winner. Yeah, with the winner this year with their national final, they basically there was big controversy about that, and then all of a sudden it was like basically, yeah, it was meh, as it was all a big hoo ha with it basically, and then the runner up ended up being selected. Whilst it's a good song, whilst it is a good song, I just don't know if it's going to stand out enough at Eurovision to basically do anything of note. So yeah, that's why it's my number 29. Then we come to my number 28, which this year goes to Israel. Now I'm now I'm not my the my, what's going on with Israel and Palestine at the moment. There, that war there. This hasn't swayed my this this hasn't swayed my opinion on it. It's just for me. It's a really strong year. There are a lot of songs that I like this year. This song is nice. She's good vocally. But I will say with their last couple of songs, Israel, like I was saying to Russia for a few years in the previous decade in the 2010s, I was saying practice what you preach. Do not be singing songs about peace and love and unity and equality for all and togetherness when you're not when it seems like to the outside world your country is not preaching what you are saying in your music at Eurovision. So yeah, I do like the song, but but I'm don't I'm just a bit meh. That's one of my reasons. I think that might be one of my reasons why I'm ranking it as low as this, because it's not a bad song by any means. So yeah, that is why we have Israel as my number 28. Then we go to my number 27, which is Armenia. Now, Armenia, I like the song. It was what in your national final. It was one of the three songs that was hoping would go to Eurovision. So yeah, that is positive. But the thing is, somebody pointed out to me. Or I got it pointed out somewhere that he doesn't sing a single note. Well, I think at the Eurovision concert thing, he doesn't sing a single note of the chorus, and I'm like that. That could put a lot of people off voting if he just has backing singers that do "I'm a survivor," and he doesn't sing that. If he doesn't sing the chorus, I feel like that might put people off voting for him. But yeah, it's not a bad song, but it's just with how strong a year it is. That's why you are my number 27. Then we come to my number 26, which is Latvia. Now Latvia this year, I think this is one of your. This is a really good entry from you this year, but because it's a strong year, I have a worry that you may get that this song, Berman Limey, might get lost in the mix. I also, at the moment, it's a border, it's in a big bundle of borderline qualifiers in the second semi-final. For me, this year is the Latvian entry, and I do actually like the song. It is quite mystical and folky, and yeah, I will say it. I think with this song this year, Latvia have decided to take a risk by going with a song like this. So for me, that's a plus, and that's why I have it at 20. Why I have it 26, because for me it's such a strong year for this year's Eurovision. I'm I can't really rate it any higher because there are songs I like better. So that was my number 26. Then we come to my number 25, which is slowly creeping back up on me. It's Luxembourg with La Poupée Modélisson at number 25. Once again, I do really like the song, but what I tend to do is I tend to go first listen, and I rank it on first listen only. So, and then once every song's been announced. Oh, got a bit of an itch. Once every song's been announced, once every song's been announced, I usually then do rejig my ranking based on whether opinions have changed or not. So my opinion on this has gone a bit up. So yeah, and I think it might be out because it's Luxembourg, and people seem to now want songs in national languages once again. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why I've got this creeping up slowly. But at time of recording, this is my number 25, and then my number 24 this year goes to Lithuania. Catharsis. No, yeah, they seem to be. They look like they're a Lithuanian indie rock sort of bands. So I think a live arena like Eurovision, they should thrive. They should thrive well. Really should. Really should. Really should thrive well. I think the song. I think the song is pretty half decent as well. So, yeah, good effort this year from Lithuania. And I will say, Estonia have won it. Latvia have won it before. I'd love one of these years for Lithuania to complete the Baltic connection with Eurovision and win it once. I think it took I think it's just pot luck nowadays with certain countries. Because if your luck's in, your luck's in at Eurovision. I think it just all depends. It just all depends on what mood people are in on the night. So yeah, Lithuania, you're my number 24. Then we come to my number 23 this year. And it's a big drop from last year because it's Ireland. Now I really love the song. I think it's very catchy, but it's in that semi-final 2 bundle that I'm talking about, where I think it's borderline qualifier. Yeah. Now, all of you that have followed me for a while, you will know that last year Ireland was my winner. Bambi Fug, Doomsday Blue, absolutely iconic performance that was. Yeah, I was kind of gutted that it didn't win, but still finishing sixth, which was their joint best placing. I think that was one of the, I think that was their best placing since Eamon Toll, if memory serves me right, with Millennium of Love, all the way back in 2000. I would love to see these, but I would love to see these back in the final. Ireland, I really, really would. But I'm they'll I'll be honest, they'll certainly get the Norway vote because the singer is representing Norway, representing Ireland, is from Norway this year. So they'll probably get some Scandinavian support, depending on who's in. I can't remember who's in what semi-finals now off the top of my head. But if there's not much, if there's not any much Scandinavian, I don't know what Scandinavian noise is in that semi-final. Yeah, Denmark's there. I can't remember. Yeah, but anyway, they will have Scandinavian support, but will they get support from the? And they will probably get support from the UK, because the UK can vote in that semi-final this year. So that might I'd say I'm saying at the moment that they will qualify. I'm saying at the moment they will qualify. So yeah. So we were at number 23. Now my number 22 this year is Denmark. I like Denmark. Denmark. I really, really like the song, studio wise. Then I heard the national final performance, and I went and her performance just. I was like, it was giving me non-qualifier vibes. I mean, but apparently she absolutely killed. She had give a killer performance at the Eurovision in concert in Amsterdam last at the weekend. And so people's opinions are slowly changing on this song. People realizing she can sing. So who knows? Who knows what the future holds for Denmark at Eurovision? But yet this is also in the bundle for me, the big bundle in semi-final 2 of borderline qualifiers. I just think it's too close to call, and on who will qualify in that fight, in that semi-final, to be honest. So that's my number 22 for this year at Eurovision. Number 21 at Eurovision this year for me, it's the hosts, Switzerland. I think it's decent. I think it's a decent effort for Switzerland this year. I just prefer certain songs a lot more than this one, and yeah, I think it's a sort of a solid host nation before song this year. I don't think they're aiming to win this year, Switzerland, by any means. I think nowadays a lot of host countries don't want to host to Eurovision in quick succession because don't think a lot of them can afford it. I have a feeling that's why that's why the UK's been going down the route they've been going at the moment, been going recently, because they hosted it in 2023. They don't want to host it. They don't want to host it again just yet. But yeah, I like the song. Could do well because because as we know, it's always been announced that they will be performing at song number 19 in the final, which consists of 26 songs on the 17th of May. When I will be live. When I'll be live on here, basically, for all the semi-finals. So yeah, so Switzerland, you are my number 21. Now we get to my top 20, and I start it off with controversial for some people, Greece. Now, Greece, I like the song. When I first heard it, I liked the song. I was sold with it, but at the same time now, Greece is I am over it. I am so over it. I feel I'll say it should make the final, but we were all raving and raving and raving about all we were all raving about all right, Alan, I'm good. Well, we were all raving about an era move back in 2018, was it? That was really, really popular, and then something happened. Something went wrong with the staging or whatever. Something went wrong for Greece that year, and it flopped and failed to qualify, and we were all like, "Wow!" We were all really, really, really shocked. So yeah, so I'm like, this should make the final, but it really depends if they go a bit awry and wonky with the staging, or something doesn't click. For a lot of people, it could be a shock. It could end up being a shock non-qualifier. I'm just putting that suggestion out there. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but don't come for me if you like the song. But yeah, that's my number 20. Then my number 19 is Czechia with the song "Kiss Kiss Goodbye." Now, I do like this song. I think that I'm starting to sort of I'm starting to think the dance break actually is a welcome addition to the song now. And yeah, henceforth why it's Czechia is where it is. but as I say, it's not on my it's not one of the first songs I think about when I think about this year's Eurovision, to be honest. So as I say, I do I do think I do think this will qualify. I think it, but yeah, as I say, because of how strong a year I think this year, this is why I am I can only put it as my number 19. My number 18 for this year is Germany. Now, I like the song. Studio version, right, all right, but they reckon they reckon she mimed at Eurovision concert as that, and I thought she was when national final performance. I thought she was vocally a bit off key, to be honest. So yeah, that's just me. That's just me. That's what I think. So I'm a bit worried that they might not be able, although it's a good song, they might not be able to put it off vocally live on the night. And I'm not being harsh. It doesn't seem a very vocally challenging song, which worries me. I know a lot of people are liking this, but could this could we have the opposite effect this year for Germany as to last year, where everybody was writing Germany off last year, and it actually did quite well. It's a possibility. Anyway, that was my number 18. My number 17. I know this. Here comes another controversial one. It's Croatia, and people say, "Well, why, Andrew, have you got this so high?" Well, I've got it so high because I actually like it, and he's actually said the national final performance and what we're going to see at Eurovision, the performances are going to be totally different. I think he's going to put his own sort of flavor on it. So yeah, I'm like I I could see a situation where this could be a sneaky shock qualifier for the final this year because of its running order draw. I think it comes towards. I think it's in semi final one. It's coming right towards the ends of that semi final. So and yeah, I think it's a good song, and I think best of luck to Croatia. Then my number 16 this year is Ukraine. Now Ukraine, as not many people may know, is the only country that has since the qualification since semi-final started in 2004. They're the only country that has never failed to qualify from a semi-final whenever they've been in it. A lot of people are thinking that'll happen this year, and I think that'll happen this year, and I'm like, no chance, absolutely no chance of that happening. Absolutely no chance whatsoever. All the displaced Ukrainians around Europe will vote for this song, and I've I feel like it gives me a retro indie retro indie song from back when. It's got like a retro vibe, so to speak. I actually really like it. I think it's certainly something different that we kind of haven't seen from Ukraine. And I'll be honest, I don't I don't think they're breaking their qualification record this year. I think they are. I think they are qualifying for the final. Yeah, so yeah, that's why this is my number 16. My number 15 for this year. Well, that goes to the Netherlands. Now, for me personally, the I loved the chaos of Yost last year. However, I understand why they disqualified him and didn't allow him to go in the final. A lot of people think it was all. A lot of people think it was a farce. Fans do. But I now because of his incident, it's why this year everything for the everything has been cracked down on. There's less film. There's less access to rehearsals this year. There's more restrictions on where on filming for like the vloggers, the Eurovision fan sites like your ESC United, your Eurovoxes, your wee blogs. But having said that, this song this year is amazing. I think it's a really solid effort from the Netherlands, and who knows, you may even be. I think you may even be top 10 if I'm being honest this year, because I think you're that good. So yep, we have that. Now where are we now? I'm at my number 14, and we have Spain. Now I love this song from day one. It's so typically Spanish. It is amazing. They've revamped it. They revamped it. I'm like they didn't have to, but for me, regardless of results, apart from last year, since Benidorm Fest has come back for Spain, being the national selection, I think you've knocked it out of the park with what you've selected to send. Because I'm like, your song is supposed to represent what is supposed to show off your country, your culture, and I think this song does it perfectly. So yeah, I'm big fan of this year, and I think it's going to do. I think it's going to do a lot better than what some fans are maybe expecting it to do. So yeah, Spain, as they say in the island, my number 13. So that was my number 13. My number 12. Well, that goes to San Marino. And people probably think San Marino. I, I just, I just really love this. I love this song from the moment from the moment I watched Italy's San Remo Festival this year. I watched the first night, and this was the theme song for the San Remo Festival, which selected it, which went on to select Italy's entry for for Eurovision this year. Well, well, the winner didn't. Well, we all know Italy. The winner did not go. I think. They sent the runner up in the end. But yeah, it's a very good song. Little known fact. Apparently, I heard somewhere along the line. Gabri Ponte is to non-Eurovision fans maybe more better known as part of being the DJ of Eiffel 65. with the song and give us one of the biggest hits across Europe in the 90s, which was Blue Dabba Dee, which I think a lot of people do know and remember. So yeah, but as I think he said before, that back in the day it was easier being a DJ because you didn't have to be, you weren't seen, you were just a DJ, you did the music and that was it. You got somebody else performed on your concerts and on stage, performed your songs around. But nowadays, your DJs are seen. So let's and I'm not at the moment. I'm a bit worried because I'm not too impressed with what I've seen staging wise with the song at the moment. But I'm hoping they can fix that and do something amazing for Eurovision this year. So just missing out on my top 10 this year. Sorry. No, not just missing out. My number 12 this year. Sorry, it's Australia. Australia, personally, this year I think you've come back with a much better song than last year. For some reason, last year your song just didn't click with Electric Fields, and I know Electric Fields can do. I know Electric Fields are much better than what they said. Are much better than what they sent last year. So, yeah. Do I think it's going to be your best performance at Eurovision this year ever? I don't think it's going to be your best year. I mean, the song, this one, I'm double standards because the song lyrics. It's called. The song is called "Milkshake Man," and it's got a few. You can interpret the song in a certain way, or you can't. Yeah, like lyrics. I can like some of the lyrics. Like for one, I can tell you want a taste of the milkshake, man. If you've got a dirty mind, you could interpret it. It's questionable, but I will. I don't think everybody will pick up or pick up on it. So for that reason, I think, yeah, Australia, Gojo, brilliance, and I'll possibly call it a guilty pleasure of mine this year. So that's my number 10. My number 12, my number 11, and just missing out on the top 10. Unfortunately, and this is another brilliant song. It's by Estonia. His name's Tommy Cash. The song's called Espresso Macchiato. I tell you now, the kids, the kids are gonna absolutely love this song. It's a novelty song, and we all know the hit. We all know back in the day, Eurovision did at one stage. Well, especially certainly in the early 2000s, used to be you used to have wall to wall novelty songs that everybody loved and loved and loved them. But then all of a sudden, times changed and we fell out of love with the novelty songs. But it may not be the best vocalist, but the stage performance is just something to be witnessed. I absolutely love this song. Think it will do really well. We now come to my top 10. And in my number 10, surprisingly, is Albania. Because if anybody remembers one of my first live streams I did for Eurovision 2025, I said I like this song, but I said this would not be in my top 10 by the time we come to Europe to once every song had been selected. So I have to eat a bit of humble pie. This is really stuck in my head. This is a really, really good song. Germ by Skoda Electronic. Really, really fantastic song this year. I I don't see any reason why Albania can't be top 10 this year. It seems like it's really, really popular in the fandom. So could it be a top 5? Could it potentially has potential to be to be the best performing entry by Albania at Eurovision. Who knows? We'll just have to wait and see. Then number 9, I have Norway this year with Lighter by Carl Alessandro. Youngest participant in the competition this year, only 18 years of age, but he's a competent. You'd see, you'd think he'd been singing for years, doing this. He's a competent. He feels like a competent seasoned professional. Song's brilliant. I mean, doesn't have to really do much to the performance, but for it to work on the on the big stage, yeah, I've definitely going to be in the final again. I think top 10 possibility. Now my number 8 this year is Cyprus. I just think this song's a real bop, brilliant, pure pure dance EDM vibing with it. I think this will go down really, really well at Eurovision. Yeah, it should. I think it's better than Celia Capsis last year. Let's just put it that way. So yeah, I am in love. I am in love with this song. I do really, really like this song. I really rate it. I think it'll do really well. Number 7 now we have France. Now I'm in absolute awe of this song. Do I think it's a winner? Unfortunately, I don't. But will it do? It should be a top 10 song this year. This should really. It is such because it's an emotional ballad, which sung in French, which is what the French do really well. The ballad, France just seems to do ballads so well. Just have to look at Voila, Mon Amour last year. I mean, you even go back to stuff like Je n'ai que mon âme back in 2001 and Il faut du temps in 2002. Just sublime. So yeah, really good song. Don't think it's challenging for the win. My number 6. Now a lot of people say, "Why have you got this so high?" But I happen to really, really like this song. It's Belgium, Strobe Lights by Red Sebastian. I just think this will be a right bop. But the funny thing is, in its semi final, I'm sure it's coming back to back with Norway, and I feel like I feel like they're sort of similar in how I like them, sort of similar in how much I like them, and I'm like, I have a feeling upbeat after upbeat, they might, for vote wise, they might cancel each other out with the public vote in the semi final. I don't know, but I would like to think they could both. I'd like to think they could both qualify. I'd like to think they would both qualify But yeah, I like Belgium slightly more than Norway. That's why they're at my number 6. And we're in my top 5 now. And at number 5, I have my home nation, the United Kingdom. Remember Monday? What the hell just happened? They performed it live for the first time at Eurovision in concert at the weekend. Apparently, I've been hearing nothing. I've been hearing nothing but good reviews about their vocals and everything. I wasn't worried about their vocals anyway, so I think this song will pick up a lot of jury votes. It'll be a lot of jury votes, and I think this year, if we throw everything at the stage, if we throw everything at the stage and give this big bombastic staging, I think we could do. I think we could be a surprise candidate for top 10. We could. I'm not saying it will be, but that's how I feel. It's definitely not going to be a last place song, simply because I know that because of their vocals. I know the juries will absolutely lap this song up, and they will give it a shed. They will give it a shed load of votes. So sorry to all you UK haters who think that we're going to come last. I don't see that as a possibility whatsoever this year. And I'm not being biased. It's just because I know what these girls are capable of. Every live performance I've heard, there's not been one off vocal. They've been in sync, harmonised all the way through. And I have every confidence in them of pulling it off again. Right, so my number 4, it's Sweden with Kai and Barabastu, which is basically a song. Which is basically, for you who don't know, it's a song about saunas. Something which Sweden never sent before. It's pretty left field for Sweden, and yeah, I'm in. It's really, really catchy, really, really fun. First song to be being sung in Swedish by Sweden at Eurovision since 1998. Since the last time the language rule was in effect at Eurovision. So yeah, it's a bit of a monumentous occasion. And I will say, for me, could be the public vote winner. Could be the public vote winner this year. And has potential to become the outright record holder for most wins at Eurovision this year. Potentially, in my opinion. So good luck to Sweden. Now we get to my top 3, and my number 3 song this year is Poland. And Poland this year are being represented by Eurovision returnee Justyna Siskowska with the song Gaia, coming back for the first time in 30 years, breaking another record for the longest gap between participations at Eurovision. From the moment I heard this song, I was like, this had to represent Poland this year. And luckily enough, the Polish public agreed. And it's a banger. Do I think it'll get more votes than people are thinking? I think it could. I think it is potential top 10 for Poland this year. I really, really do. Love, love the song. Hence why it's one of my favourites. Now, my number 2 this year, it's Austria. Austria is absolutely amazing this year. JJ, Wasted Love. If you like opera mixed with, if you like opera, and if you like an operatic EDM song, it's the best way to describe it. Actually, an operatic song into its last 30 seconds, EDM with the operatic voice still there, just melts you. Absolutely amazing. JJ Wasted Love. If you haven't heard it yet, you need to give it a listen. It is an experience. So that's my number 2. Now, I've been championing this song since day one, since I first heard it. And I am not ashamed to say who my number 1 song is for Eurovision this year. Malta! Yeah! I absolutely am in awe with this song. This song speaks to me in a way none of the others have spoke to me this year. EBU tried to EBU banned them from using a word that was in this, which was Maltese for singing, but it just so happened it sounded like a very, very rude English word. But I got it, I could see where they were going. It was tongue in cheek. I was getting the whole drag race references, and I'm like, it wasn't offensive. It was inoffensive to me. It was tongue in cheek. You could read it how you want, and yeah, as I said, absolute masterpiece. And she can perform. She can perform live. She is wow weep wop. Let's just put it that way. So yeah, unashamedly, my number 1 song of Eurovision 2025 this year, Malta, Miriana Conta, serving. Yeah, it was called. It was going by a different name, but they had to. They had to basically, because the EBU said they can't use that word. They've had to change the lyric. Didn't change. weren't forced to change the song. It was just that simple. That one lyric. But yeah, right. So there you have it. That was my top 37 for Eurovision 2025. I'd love to know what you have all thought about it. Thanks to everybody who's popped in and out on my YouTube live stream at Mr. Eurovision 986. Thanks to everybody who's been chatting away and watching me on TikTok. So yeah, that's it for now. My next live stream is going to be my next live stream is going to be Easter Sunday on my YouTube channel. I probably will do again a TikTok live stream as well. So yeah, it's going to be. And in that one, I think if I remember rightly, I've scheduled to do. Yeah, in that one we will have my semi-final qualifier predictions. So be sure to join me. I can't remember what time I scheduled it for, but Easter Sunday I will be going live. Possibly probably on TikTok and on YouTube again. So until next time, much love. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, give it a like, comment. What's your top tens? What's your tops? I'd love to know. But until next time, much love and bye bye for now. Bye.